Warmest greetings to all my incredible subscribers and new viewers alike. Thank you for joining us today as we dive into EastEast. EastEast is a multiplex architectural event jointly held by the Lithuanian and Japanese architects and students of architecture. Prepare yourself for an in-depth analysis of history in this section. The concept of the Lithuania-Japan architectural event was conceived and its implementation coordinated by Dainius Kamaitis, a Lithuanian diplomat and former ambassador to Japan. He paved the way for the bilateral exchange in architecture domain by approaching both sides with a proposal to establish links which had not existed before. The idea was successfully implemented in Kaunas in cooperation with the Kaunas City Municipality and the Kaunas section of the Architects Association of Lithuania in 2002. As the event enjoyed a considerable acclaim on both sides, following new initiatives by Kamaitis, subsequent architectural forums were implemented in Vilnius, Tokyo and Kaunas in 2009, 2011 and 2013, accordingly. All the events received full support from the Architects Association of Lithuania and Japan Institute of Architects. In 2019, the government of Japan awarded Kamaitis with the Order of the Rising Sun, Gold and Silver Star, in recognition to his contribution to strengthening and promoting friendly relations between Japan and Lithuania. Let's now shift our focus to origin of name and explore the ways in which it shapes our perspective. The name EastEast is derived from the concept that Lithuania is located in the east of Europe, while Japan lies in the east of Asia. It implies mutual understanding, close cooperation and harmony. The spotlight now falls on objectives and structure as we delve deeper into its details. The initial target of establishing the links between the Lithuanian and Japanese architects has been achieved already. The long-term objectives are to strengthen the ties and make the joint events into a tradition, in order to foster continuous interaction not only between architects, but between students of architecture as well. The students' exchange is recognized by both sides as bearing particular importance to developing the future relations. EastEast spans almost a week and is built on 3 pillars: exhibition of architectural works, public forum, students' workshop. Get ready to uncover the mysteries surrounding EastEast 1 as we navigate its intriguing terrain. The first event was held between July 30 and August 1, 2002, in Kaunas, at Mykolas Ilinskis Art Gallery. The Japanese delegation was led by the 1993 Pritzker Prize, often referred to as the Nobel Prize of Architecture winner Fumiko Moki, and included 7 leading Japanese architects: Taro Ashihara, Shiaki Aoi, Tetsuo Furuji, George Kunihiro, Koki Teiyama, Hidetoshi Ono and Kengo Kuma. The keynote presentation by Fumiko Moki, who was awarded with the honorary membership of the Architects Association of Lithuania, aroused considerable public interest. On behalf of the host side, Linas Tulikis, chairman of the Kaunas section of the Architects Association of Lithuania, gave a lecture on the contemporary Lithuanian architecture. As we enter this new chapter, let's navigate the complexities of exhibition and unravel its multifaceted nature. Joint exhibition of works by the Lithuanian and Japanese architects kicked off at the very outset of the event. It was honored by the very presence of Valdas Adamkus, president of Lithuania. Besides the works of the Japanese architects present at the event, those of Nobuaki Furuya, Kazuo Omura, Atsushi Kitagawa, Hiroshi Nato, Tadasuo and Ken Yokogawa were exhibited as well. On the Lithuanian side of the exhibition, the works of Vilius Adomavius, Audrius Ambrosius, Artras Asoskis, Gintras Waikaskis, Darius Shuter, Gediminas Jurivius, late Algimantus Canas, Audries Carlius, Anazkian, Stutus Caecilius, Sigitus Consivius, Saulius Mictus, Gintautus Nacivius, Rolandus Palicus, Saulius Paimanicus, Stutus Pemp, Raminas Raslivius were presented. Now, let's shift our perspective and explore public forum from a different angle. A public forum was held on July. It was divided into the following 5 sessions: a new program, new building type, new order, new material, East meets East. A broad and interesting discussion on the above topics evolved. The Japanese architects presented their ideas featuring their own practical applications, while their Lithuanian counterparts Tomas Grunskis, Tritutlit, Vytautas Petronis and Jonas Orjaitis were more concerned with theoretical generalization. Let's now turn our attention to students' workshop and uncover the fascinating insights it brings to the table. The workshop was held between July 27 and August 1 at Kaunas Art Institute of Vilnius Academy of Arts, dealing with the acute issue which Kaunas is facing in relation to adjacent rivers. During the Soviet period of the Lithuanian history, rapidly developing industry in Kaunas city left a significant trace in its urban fabric. After the restoration of independence, most of the bigger industrial plants built on the bank of Nemunas River were closed. As a result, and also due to the transport reorganization scheme implemented during the Soviet period, despite its unique location on the confluence of two rivers, the city has virtually lost any contact with them. The workshop groups were given the task to find effective points and propose a unique architectural concept which would facilitate the return of picturesque but desolate riverside areas back to the city. A group of 17 Japanese and 19 Lithuanian students were split into 6 mixed teams. Design named Tunnels by Okato, Shunsuke Tomada, Hiroki Kishimoto, Tomas Kuinskis, Orjaleskis Gate, Ibras Rostoskis was selected as the winning entry. Parasite was awarded with the second prize, and the third award went to Magic Box. The students represented the following higher institutions in Japan: Tokyo University of the Arts, Yokohama National University, Nihon University, University of Tokyo, Kokushikan University, Shiba Institute of Technology and Tokyo University of Science in Lithuania, Kaunas University of Technology, Vilnius Academy of Arts, Kaunas Faculty of Vilnius Academy of Arts, Vilnius Gediminas Technical University. As we embark on the next leg of our journey, let's unpack the layers of EastEast 2 and examine its core elements. The second event took place in Vilnius and was held at Vilnius City Municipality and Contemporary Art Center between June 30 and July 4, 2009. The renowned architect Reiki Yamamoto led the Japanese delegation, which included Taro Ashihara, George Kunihiro, Ken Yokogawa, Nobuki Furuya, Takahari Tezuka, Toru Nishizawa, Manabu Shiba, and Hiroshi Sambuichi. At the opening of the event, Reiki Yamamoto delivered the keynote lecture at Vilnius City Municipality. In the upcoming section, we'll be shining a light on exhibition 5 Japanese architects Takahari Tezuka, Toru Nishizawa, Manabu Chiba, Hiroshi Sambuichi and Shuhei Endo. The latter was not present at the event himself, exhibited their works under the title New Wave of Japanese Architecture 2009 at Vilnius City Municipality. In the next segment, we'll be exploring public forum and its implications for our subject matter. On July 1, a public forum was held at Contemporary Arts Center, featuring lectures by 2 speakers from each side, followed by a discussion. Taro Ashihara and Tomas Grunskis presented their views on public space as the focus of life in a city, and the philosophy of the traditional house was introduced by Ken Yokogawa and Gintaras Waikaskis. Discussion on architecture was continued on July 3 at the International Conference Architecture, a Part of Culture, held at Vilnius Town Hall. George Kunihiro and Nobuki Furuya were among the lecturers. Now, let's shift our perspective and explore students' workshop through a fresh lens, unlocking new perspectives. 4 mixed groups comprising 10 students each from Japan and Lithuania generated ideas aimed at the recovery of a problematic area. The point at issue Park of Architecture, an area of about 58 hectares in one of the most beautiful locations in close proximity to Vilnius Old Town. Since the 19th century, noxious and polluting industries were developed there, which resulted in the loss of interface between the area and its natural environment, architectural integrity, and broken functional and social links with the city. The workshop was therefore tasked with proposing hotspots which would help in resurrecting the Park of Architecture and give new life to this socially degraded part of Vilnius city. On July 4, During the presentation of works at cultural platform Cultflux located next to Mindoga's Bridge, the design named Valley by Hiroshi Yamada, Hiroyuki Nogami, G. Stankivi, Marius Iabinskis and Rosa Chmelius Gate, consultant architects George Kunihiro and Gintras Wakaskis was selected as the winner. The idea of a valley was proposed as a public space, part of which would have to be flooded with water. Thus the once industrial plants surrounded with water would be turned into buildings for public use, swimming pool, theatre, cinema and so on. Elevated horizontal surfaces would be erected between the buildings in order to link the former plants with the land, serving as public spaces for communication and leisure. The students represented the following higher institutions in Japan: Waseda University, Tokai University, Kyoto Institute of Technology, Kokushkin University in Lithuania, Kaunas University of Technology, Vilnius Academy of Arts, Kaunas Faculty of Vilnius Academy of Arts, Vilnius Gediminas Technical University. As we progress through this video, let's now turn our gaze towards EastEast 3. The third event was held in Tokyo at Japan Institute of Architects, Ginza TS Building and Gyokodori Underground Gallery between May 31 and June 4, 2011. The Lithuanian delegation included 10 leading architects: Graina Janalit Bernotian, Gintras Balitis, Linas Tulikis, late Algimantas Canas, Gintras Wakaskis, Linas Nijokaitis, Rolandas Palikas, Marius Yoliamuras, Donaldas Trainaskis, Gintautas Bevasis, and 10 students of architecture. Brace yourself for an in-depth analysis as we navigate through exhibition and its far-reaching implications. Japanese and Lithuanian architects exhibited their designs at Gyokodori Underground Gallery between June 1 and 29. It was a part of an exhibition with TOKYO 111 days before, which kicked off as a pre-event to the 24th World Congress of Architecture in Tokyo. The Lithuanian part of the exhibition included works by architectural firms, project teams and individual architects. Firms represented: Kano Studija, Ambroso Architectbiras, Kanatki Vyas e Partnerie, Emilino Studija, Palico Arch Studija, Architectures Aestheticus Studija, Vilnius e Partnerie, Vilnius Architectures Studija, Lamus e Gintu Projecte, Genelits Bernotians Studija, Ipdias, Architectures Lineager, Gia, Vij Grupp, Urbanistica. Project teams and individual architects included: Tadas Balinas, Vytautas Bika, Marius Kanivies, Shras Balkivayas, late Vytautas Chkanuskas, Lina Marsitskian, Marius Yoliamuras, Aldedas Umbrasas, Stutis Pemp, late Jadis Ramanis, Darius Shuter, Gintrazalis, Alvias Ebakus, Gabrielis Malinskas, Andreas Skieshulas, Alexandras Kavalieskas, Martinas Nagel, Stutis Lupikis. Japanese participants displayed their own individual designs. Fumiko Moki, Reiken Yamamoto, Shiaki Arai, Kozo Iwamura, Tetsuo Furuchi, Ken Yokogawa, Hidetoshi Ono, Taro Ashihara, Koki Tajima, George Kunihiro, Kengo Kuma, Nobuki Furuya, Tatsuo, Manabu Chiba, Shuhei Endo, Mikoto Yokomizo, Takeharu Tezuka, Atelier Bo Wow, Hiroshi Sambuichi, Takanori Naka, Masaki Matsuyama, Kumiko Inu, Yoshioki Tanaka, Yukihide Mizuno, Shinichiro Kosaka, Osamu Fujita, Makoto Mido, Ryuichi Ashizawa, Shogo Aratani, Yoshitoka Yoshimura, Kazuhide Doi, Koichi Fumori, Tsukasa Kinyo, Yukiko Nadamoto, Hiroshin Komura, TNA Makoto Takichi Nabeshima, Keisuke Mido, Uemino, Koji Kimi, Koji Nakawatas. In this chapter, we'll be unraveling the enigma of public forum and discovering its transformative power. On June 4, a public forum under the title Billows Over the Architecture and Cities in the 21st Century was held at Japan Institute of Architects. It provided the platform to exchange ideas for a better future of architecture, emerging from the need to address the issues of climate change, population decrease in industrialized countries, economic conflict between the old developed countries and rising economies, and safety of nuclear power. These changes are on par with the Industrial Revolution in the 19th century. and will be followed by the paradigm shift in the fundamentals of knowledge, economy and society. The forum featured lectures by 3 speakers from each side. Gintaras Vaikiskis, Linas Nijokaitis and Linas Tulikis presented the Lithuanian views, while Hidetoshi Ono, Nobuaki Furuya and Manabu Chiba discussed the topic from the Japanese perspective. Get ready for an exciting exploration as we unravel the mysteries of Students' Workshop. The workshop was held between May 31 and June 3 at Ginza TS Building. 10 Lithuanian and 11 Japanese students were split into 4 mixed groups and tasked with creating an attractive Ginza district in central Tokyo by means of new urban interventions. For that purpose, each group made research and design proposals on one of the 4 themes: conservation and contemporary interpretation of historical buildings, vertical circulation between small-sized commercial buildings, Fakadevskin design of a humongous redeveloped building, and open space utilization of public-private properties. The completed designs were presented at the seminar on June 4. The students represented the following higher institutions in Japan: Meiji University, Keio University, Shibuya Institute of Technology, Toma Art University in Lithuania, Kaunas University of Technology, Vilnius Academy of Arts, Kaunas Faculty of Vilnius Academy of Arts, Vilnius Gediminas Technical University. The students' participants list: Japanese students Shogo Nagata, Arihara, Kenta Sasaki, Hinako Hajino, Rie Yamaguchi, Masamitsu Tanikawa, Taika Kyoko, Masaru Iijima, Takahiro Ide Nishita, Mayumi Suzumoto, Rikoizumi. Lithuanian students Mykolas Verskis, Antonis Yarkaskis, Eva Barkivit, Motazia Pinskis, Eva Signate, Vitanis Rogala, Rosamarozate, Ace Tartit, Mantas Jipas, Andreas Bilinskis. As we progress, let's zoom in on EastEast Forum and examine its role in shaping our overall narrative. For the first time, the 4th EastEast Forum was incorporated in the framework of another event and was held on September 2013 in Kaunas at Algiris Arena as part of Kaunas Architecture Festival CAFE, an international event of contemporary architecture spanning 2 months. Notably, EastEast Forum received support from the Asia-Europe Foundation ASEF and its partners under the 2nd edition of Creative Encounters Cultural Partnerships between Asia and Europe. Creative Encounters is a program developed by ASEF in partnership with Arts Network Asia ANA, an Asia-wide network of artists and arts organizations, and in cooperation with Trans-Europe-Hals TEH, the European Network of Creative Arts Spaces. The Japanese delegation included architects Manabu Chiba, Nobuaki Furuya, Koiko Ikamitsu, Masahiro Harada, Kiichi Yasuda, Toshikazu Inari, Akiko Maya and Takeshi Hosoka. At the closing of the event, Ryu Nishizawa, laureate of the Pritzker Prize 2010, delivered a keynote lecture on behalf of Sejima and Nishizawa and Associates SANAA. As we transition, let's shed light on exhibition and its relevance to our ongoing exploration. On September 24, Japanese and Lithuanian architects unveiled their works at a joint exhibition which lasted until October 16. Besides the works of the Japanese architects who were present at the event, SANAA, Sao Fujimoto and Kazuhiro Kiyama displayed their designs as well. The Lithuanian architects represented at the exhibition were Anokian's Progettivimo Studija, Palico Arch Studija, ASA Sigito Conservias Progettivimo Firma, and Riboldi, Ecturi Architecte, Progetei, Ganaki Vies e Partnerie, Emilino Studija, Cano Studija, Genelitz Bernotians Studija, Baltus Fonas, Gintras Cugenes, Darius Joplinskis, Andreas Sipioskis, Gediminas Bolivars, Eventus Pro, Progettivimo e Resurrevimo Institutus, Darius Shooter, Ibius. As we transition, let's shed light on public forum and its relevance to our ongoing exploration. For the first time, the forum was substituted by 2 sets of lectures by the Japanese architects. On September 24, Toshikazu Inari, Akiko Maya and Koichi Yasuda presented their views on architecture, while Nobuaki Furuya and Manabu Chiba lectured on September 27. Brace yourselves for the next chapter, where we'll be dissecting Students' Workshop. The workshop was held between September 24 and 26. 11 Lithuanian and 7 Japanese students formed 4 mixed groups to challenge the task: the city center and its relationship with rivers. The idea of redesigning the waterfront area of Kaunas city was revisited after 11 years since EastEast 1. Kaunas has exceptional features, as it had been built on the confluence of 2 large rivers. However, this authentic geographic context remains almost unused in the urban life. Therefore, finding ways to bring the waterfront to the center of everyday life was the core architectural task for the workshop. On September 27, the presentation and exhibition of completed designs was held. The jury, made of Japanese and Lithuanian architects, selected the winning proposal, Floating Towers by Yoko Mote, Medina Kurtinatit, Simon Singh Shanmok, Antonis Yarkiskis and Vytautas Lelis. The students represented the following higher institutions in Japan: Waseda University, University of Tokyo, Shibuya Institute of Technology, Tokyo Institute of Technology, Japan Women's University in Lithuania, Kaunas University of Technology, Vilnius Academy of Arts, Kaunas Faculty of Vilnius Academy of Arts, Vilnius Gediminas Technical University. As we embark on the next leg of our journey, let's unpack the layers of EastEast 5 and examine its core elements. The 5th EastEast edition was held at Algeris Arena in Kaunas on September 23-26, 2022, featuring recovery as the overarching theme. It was the main focus of the 2022 Kaunas Architecture Festival CAFE. Recovery theme was chosen to draw attention to the fact that human activity has so profoundly altered the surrounding environment that technological innovation, industrial development and urban sprawl have distorted sustainable living, depleting natural resources. EastEast 5 therefore called for reflection on how to live in an increasingly hostile environment, and for recovery through well-thought-out healing of the urban fabric of the city, so as to make a pivot towards nature the priority for human activity. Get ready for an exciting exploration as we unravel the mysteries of exhibition. Exhibition curators: Paulius Vaitikinas, Shinichi Korkisu. Human power and activity have transformed natural landscapes and ecosystems, changing not only the land use of vast areas, but also the global climate. Throughout the ages, architects have had the power of vision. What is needed now is a vision of recovery. The EastEast 5 exhibition presented the recipe for recovery, the architectural techniques and philosophy, and the architectural process of the best Japanese and Lithuanian architects, models, plans, cross-sections, details, hand drawings, diagrams, axonometric views, etc. The exhibition took place in the former Kaunas Central Post Office building, one of the most iconic examples of Kaunas modernist architecture. It was closed in 2019 and is planned to be transformed into an architecture center. The exhibition displayed 40 projects by Lithuanian and Japanese architects and architectural studios. Participants from Japan: Hikeiho Osamu Nishida, Tsuyoshi Tain, Yasutoki Yoshimura, Sugo Yamada, Arid Sugawa, Miho Tominaga, Shingo Masuda, Kenichi Teramoto, Fuminori Naosaku, Kozo Kadaiki. Participants from Lithuania: Audrius Ambrosas Architects, Du Architects, Gintras Balitis, Asm Architecte, Lecturi Architecte, Ginaki Bias e Partnerie, Palico Architect Studio Plus Architect Studio Plasma, Office de Architectura, Processoffice, Vilnius Architectures Studio, Arches, Inokians Projectivimos Studio, Archinova Plus PLH Architecta, Nebra, Lorinas Waki Vias, LG Projecte and GAL Architecte. Prepare yourself for an in-depth analysis of public forum in this section. Curators: Andreas Ropolas, Yasutoki Yoshimura. Japanese architects: Osamu Nishida, Sugo Yamada, Hikeiho, Yasutoki Yoshimura, Kenichi Teramoto, Shingo Masuda took part in the forum, while the Lithuanian side was represented by Gabriel Yarkovskin and Antonis Yarkiskis, Vytautas Speaker, Gabriel Abrivit and Gidrius Mamavias, Igoras Ninitskis. George Kunihiro and Gintras Balitis, Principal curators of EastEast 5 summarized the discussion. The highlight of the forum was the lecture Back to Nature by Kengo Kuma, one of Japan's leading contemporary architects. On 26 September, Japanese architects Tsuyoshi Tain, Aritsugawa and Shinichi Kawakatsu gave lectures at the Faculty of Construction and Architecture of Kana's University of Technology. With the groundwork laid, let's now examine students' workshop and its connections to our previous discussions. Curators, Martinez Marozas, Kikeiho. The theme of recovery was also reflected in the title of the students' workshop, A Playground for Recovery. The unfinished Hotel Britannica in the very center of Kama served as the venue for the workshop. 5 teams were made of 10 Japanese and 8 Lithuanian students and tried out 5 different approaches to Hotel Britannica. Cultural playground in Kama's Patricidia Markivit, Moko Kijima, Ignas Arloskis, Neotika Tolgeki, playing with culture and innovative cultural center. Itzipwak repeat Akia Shimizu, Adel Arstrosgate, Gabriel Ibnate, Motoki Susa, playing with economy and independent mechanism that generates added value to the city's economy. Ecotopus Martinus Stakvilivius, Tauvidas Zaikivius, Kika Soto, Neya Ando, playing with ecosystems, a place for reinforcing cities' ecosystems. Play energy. Oxvilkivit, Arena Shibogeki, Masato Soko, playing with energy, a building that generates energy and shares it with the neighborhood. Neighborhood Ingvilius Jagmans, Yumano Noda, Tetsukimura, playing with people, a bridge between various public spaces. The preparation for the workshop started with video conference on August 20–26. And the workshop itself was held at the Faculty of Construction and Architecture of Kana's University of Technology on September 24–25. It was rounded up by a public presentation of the workshop results on September 26. The students represented the following higher institutions in Japan: Waseda University, University of Tokyo, Shibara Institute of Technology, Tokyo University of Science, Meiji University, Hosei University, Kyoto University, Shinshu University. In Lithuania, Kana's University of Technology, Vilnius Academy of Arts, Kana's Faculty of Vilnius Academy of Arts. Stay connected and join our community by subscribing and following me on other platforms.